Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Trading Card Game live video. My name is Jamie and today I'll be taking you through another deck which has come out from the most recent expansion, which of course is Journey Together. But as always, just before we do go into the video, if you do like this type of content and you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon Trading Card Game, then as always, hit that subscribe button and of course, like this video. So let's just go straight into the deck of today. So you might, if you checked out the last video, we were reviewing Volcanion EX and I saw this concept and took my interest, especially because we've reviewed a deck very similar to this actually, and it's a concept that I really like actually in the format. But yeah, so let's have a look at the deck of today. So we're looking at this card here, Medicham EX. So it's a deck that we have reviewed before. It's a stage 1 of fighting type, 260 HP, has this attack Yoga Kick, which we can utilize, 190, not affected by weakness or resistance. 190 hits some things in the format as well, so things like Squawkabillies, for example, things like Mew EX, etc, etc. But it's its first attack that we're looking at here, Chi-Atsu, so you put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until they have 50 HP remaining, so that is the main attack. So what other Pokemon best pair well with this? Well, in the past we've used poison damage. Today we're utilizing Volcanion EX, which is a deck that we looked in the last video, but this one is a little bit different. So Volcanion EX, Scalding Steam, so basically you can, if this is in your active spot, then you can inflict a burn on your opponent's active Pokemon. So its attack, however, we don't really use so much. It's predominantly used for its ability. Although we could use this attack if we wanted to as well, since we are running Fire Energy. But that is the main reason why we have Volcanion here, just to put the burn on there. So burn does 20 damage, and then we also have Magmortar as well with Magma Surge. So we put 3 more additional damage counters on there when your opponent's active Pokemon is burnt. So the idea basically is that we use Chi-Atsu, bring them down to 50 HP, and then we, once they're burnt, then of course, the burn damage will take us over. That will be the extra 50 damage, and then that will knock out our opponent's active Pokemon. So this deck really thrives on those kind of big stage 2 decks, where we can just knock out everything in one hit basically. So that is the idea of this deck. That is what we're utilizing. Other Pokemon we've got Latias EX there for Skyliner, just to give our Pokemon free retreat, which is very nice, considering that we do rely on Volcanion to be in the active spot in order to utilize its ability. So that's why we have Latias EX in there as well. Fezandipiti, pretty self-explanatory, and it is a basic Pokemon as well, so we can maneuver with it when we have Latias in play. And of course, just the one Budew there. So if we are going second, we want to try and stall our opponent out just a little bit. So that's why we have Budew in there for Itchy Pollen. And so yeah, and if they knock it out, then we can use Flip the Script as well. We can use Fezandipiti and go down that route. So yeah, that is the idea. So trainer cards are looking a little bit like this. Yeah, we've got Precious Trolley in there. We've got a lot of basics. Precious Trolley is our A-spec of choice. Helps us get everything out, so that's pretty useful. 2 Surfer. So very good for switching our active Pokemon with our bench Pokemon, and then yeah, just drawing cards as well. 1 Research, just in case we need the push. And then just, yeah, basic things. We've got Nest Balls in there. Artazon is our stadium of choice. 1 TM Evolution, Earthen Vessel, Bosses, Arven, Ionos, etc, etc. 4 Switch, pretty self-explanatory really. One thing that I found this deck did have a problem with actually is energy acceleration, since you can only attach like 1 energy per turn. So on top of the Pal Pad that we have, we're very heavily focused on Crispin in here as well. So Crispin, basically we can attach 1 energy through its effect, and then basically bring the other energy to hand and attach the other energy on top of that, so we can power up a Medicham in 1 turn effectively. So that is the idea behind Crispin. Of course, depending on how the match is going, the Pal Pad, you could recycle things like Surfer if you need to. You can recycle things like Crispin. Arven, you don't really recycle that late game. If you need a Bosses, you have that as well. You can recycle that. So Pal Pad's pretty good in this deck, I think. So, but yeah, that's probably the main weakness of the deck, I think, is just the speed of the energy acceleration, since you can only attach 1 energy per turn. So that's why Crispin is very important. Something to note as well. I've bumped the energy up a little bit. It was a little bit on the low side, but What I found was, especially with Basic Energy and Fire Energy, sometimes you'd only have like one energy in deck, and if you use Crispin and you only have one energy in deck, then you don't get the effect of adding that energy onto your Pokemon. So that just goes immediately into your hand. So that's why it's really, really important to make sure that you've definitely got two energy in your deck, at least one fire and one fighting as well, in order to be able to power up your Medicham in one turn. So that is the idea of the deck. That is the concept. So yeah, Chiatsu for the win, knocking out those huge Stage 2 Pokemon in one hit, like the Dragapult, Gardevoir, Charizard, etc, etc. But as always, that is a theory. Let's go play a game with it and see how it plays out. Alright, let's see if we go ahead, see if we go first or second. Tails, okay, so what does that mean? Okay, we get to choose. Yeah, I guess we'll go first. I mean, we run Precious Trolley, right? We've got Nest Balls, Artazon. So, and we do rely on evolutions as well. So, and of course, if like this, you start with Volcanion, that's pretty good because it means we can burn our opponent's active Pokemon on turn 1. They can take a bit of damage. But yeah, as you can see, our hand's not very good in reference to Duskull. Does that mean Charizard? Does that mean Dragapult? Who knows? That could be quite good. Yeah, so let's just bump Fezandipiti there. Unfortunately, there's not really too much more we can do. Let's Scowling Steam. So yeah, opening up turn 1 with Volcanion is very good. I do like that a lot. Unfortunately, no energy attachment for this turn, and we haven't got a Meditite in play either. But that's okay. Nice. More burn. More burn. So it might even get a knockout at the end of our turn. Well, actually, depending, because they're going first, we want to predominantly rely here on Budew, I think. Let's get Budew into the active spot. We do play a lot of switching cards, so hopefully we can get that into the active. And then just stall them out while we're setting up. Try and stall them out a little bit, that would be good. Let's see. We're going to have to Iono next turn, so... Okay, Puffin and Cape. Okay, let's see, what are you playing? Let's see. Dragapult, okay, I presume they probably would be playing Dragapult, yeah. I figured either Dragapult or Charizard, so Dragapult was probably the more likely play. But that's pretty good. So, yeah, hopefully we can, that's what we want. We want these big kind of Stage 2 Pokemon that we can just one-shot effectively, just knock it out in one hit, so that is pretty good. So let's see, we'll see how this plays out. Hopefully we don't get item locked here. Okay, interesting. Put a cape on Budew. Yeah, that's interesting. Predominantly for the burn, I imagine. Okay, nice, we didn't get item locked. That was very nice. Do appreciate that. Cool, that's irrelevant because we'll just burn them again anyway. So we're going to knock out regardless, so nice, okay, cool. Good Pokemon to open up with there. Cool, that's nice. So let's, yeah, we want to Iono there, no energy attachment, no, because we need that for our other Pokemon, let's see. So, okay, Nest Ball, Artazon, nice, okay, that's pretty good. So, and we've got a, so, Artazon, let's have a look. Budew's in there, nice. We need a Meditite as well. Yeah, okay. Let's just check prizes very quickly. Magmortar's in there, the one Magmortar. Okay, yeah, cool. Precious Trolley is that in there as well? Yeah, cool. Energy, 2 in deck. Okay. And Crispin very quickly. Crispin, where's Crispin? 2. Okay, nice. There we go. Let's get that. Let's get a Meditite for the moment. We have energy in hand, so we want to push next turn with research. Switch that out, item lock them, really try and prevent them from getting a Dragapult in play next turn. Let's see. There is a knockout, so that's good. Nice, setup's looking pretty good. Do like this setup quite a lot. Just missing the Magmar. It would be good if we had a Magmar next turn, or if we had a Magmar last turn, we could have put that down. So we'll assume this Budew's going down at some point, and then that will open up a space for our another Magmar out. So that would be the idea. Yeah, put another Meditite and then a Magmar on top. But yeah, looks like we're going to get item locked here. Iono, I'll take that actually. I'll take that. We've got Artazon actually, so Artazon will get us the Magmar, so that's good. Cool, nice, not bad. Yes, kind of annoying about that Magmar if we had, because Chiatsu's going to take it down to 50, then we need the burn damage to get us over. Lucha. Nice, okay. What are you targeting there? Is that 3 damage? Is it 3 or 2? I can't remember. 2 damage counters. Cool. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Don't mind that. So we're probably setting up some plays there with Dragon Ball. That's fine. Cool. Yeah, we'll stick the Medicham down. Energy on there, so that's okay. So yeah, just missing the... And then we'll just item lock the back as well and try and stall them out. I think it's more... and then when they promote Dragapult, then we'll go for the big knockout. Although that's got a luxurious cape on there, so we can also get 2 prizes from that, as well as a few different routes or avenues we can take here. No, cool. Okay, that's fine. I mean, what we want here is we want to bait up these big EXs and we'll just get a knockout. Wait, did they not attack? They didn't attack? Okay, how weird. Okay, I presume that was a mistake. But we'll take it. So, cool. Let's, yeah, let's, yeah, Artazon. What do we need in deck, basically? There's a Magmar there. Do you know what we could do, actually? A good plan. There's a Magmortar in deck as well. Okay, we've got everything more or less that we need so far. That's fine. Let's get Magmortar, put that on the bench. Cool. Energy is good, so that's fine, that's fine. So let's Arven, let's get an Ultra Ball. And we'll just get a Team Evolution, that's fine. Cool. Let's ditch these. So we won't need that. Let's grab the Magmortar just in case we get item knocks the following turn. And then I think we're pretty good. We're good on that. So let's item knock them, itchy follow them back. So that's good. Alright. So if this Budew goes down, which I presume it will do, then we need to really prioritize getting another Meditite into play. That's what we need to do. So, but that Budew can't take... I mean, if that is the case, that Budew's not going to take us down. So, would require, unless they have... yeah, unless they have this play... Oh, okay, interesting. I thought they were going to get Dusclops, maybe in Dusclops try and knock us out that way. Okay, that's Dragon Ball. Okay, that's fine. You're putting how much? 60 on the bench, right? 6 damage counter's fine. You're not knocking out anything there. That's okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, sure. If you promote... Okay. Why are they not using Ichibola? That's super weird. Okay. Okay, right, this does become a little bit tricky here. This does become a little bit tricky because if we go aggro if we go aggro with Medicham here, what we're leaving is the option to get KO'd back by the Dragapult, and we don't have a response to that at the moment. So, but they do need 2 energy though. They've got Sparkling Crystal in deck. Do they have? Alright. Yeah, okay, let's retreat that. Yeah, alright. So retreat. Put that active. Why not? Scalding Steam. Okay. Stick a energy. Jet energy is put that active. Chiatsu. And we'll get the yeah. Take that down to 50, and the poison damage. The burn damage, we'll take that over, so we can take 2 prizes here. We'll have to hope that we don't get knocked out back if we... let's see. It's not 2 prizes, is it? Because it wasn't through... yeah, this was through burn damage, actually. Oof. Yeah, from an attack. Okay, so actually it takes just 1 prize. But that's still okay, because in terms of the prize map, we're just 2 EXs away from getting game on this, so but yeah, good to know. Forgot about that. So yeah, because it's actually that's a good point, because it's actually burn damage that gets it over. So cool. Another Dragon Bolt. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. So Dragon Bolt's going to hit 200. So that's 200. So that takes me to 210. Which means leaves me 50 short. So the problem here... Okay, countercatcher. Okay, what are you targeting here? Okay, alright, okay. So the problem here predominantly becomes... I'm just going to retreat that for free the next turn, unless you have a way of knocking that out. buddy. Yeah, predominantly the issue here that we have is that. Okay, wait, they had a rare candy. They don't have energy on Dragapult, do they? Cool. So they can't go down that route. Okay. Earthen Vessel. Okay, so I see what they're doing here. All right. Yeah, I was worried that if they had any. I mean, okay, so they needed either a Dusclops, because that would have been 50 damage. I don't know if they play Dusclops, Dusknoir, but that's rare candy, Dusknoir, then the Dragapult, then they play Spark and Crystal as well, then Energy. There's a lot of quite a lot of things that they would have needed, but nonetheless. Cool, alright, so we've got no ways of switching this out. What's in discard? So, okay. Nothing there to... Alright, yeah, that is... okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat this and just go aggro Budew for now, just because I think... I'm going to try and bait this Budew knockout, attach energy somewhere else. Could we attach an energy? Could we deck them a little bit? I don't really want to get rid of these cards in hand. Actually, we do have a Night Stretcher in hand, so if Volcanion goes down, we can also... we'll take 2 fighting and leave 1 of each just in case we need a Crispin for now. So that's fine. Just to deck them a little bit because we are short of a support card. So let's see. And then this way, just by item locking them, this way we can avoid, I hope, them getting that that Dusknoir into play. So Rare Candy, Dusknoir, yeah, bosses. Okay, all right. Okay, why? Why? Oh, because it's just because you got 10 damage on there. You want to get a knockout on that. That's fine. I don't care about that. So go ahead. You can take 3 prizes if you want. Wait, what? Oh, you did not. Okay, because you didn't. Okay, I see. All right, very interesting. Some questionable plays there, but that's also fine. The problem is here is we need a switching card because we retreat that into Volcanion, but how do we get Volcanion out of the active spot? That is the problem. But we do have bosses in hand to get a knockout, so yeah, so retreat that into Volcanion, but then that's stuck inactive. We need a switching card like a Surfer or something, so the play is going to be just for now. Stick Budew. Budew is putting in work. Budew is putting in work in this. Cool, let's just Chien-Pao. So yeah, just a switching card, a switch, or how many switches did we play? None. Okay, so but then we really need to follow that up with another Meditite as well. If this Budew goes down, we need another Meditite, but then also why are you not like, I mean, maybe they're just like kind of worried to attack. Maybe they're just kind of worried of putting some damage on, because I don't know why they're not yeah, worried about the revenge KO, maybe counter catcher. Okay, what do you want, my Fezandipiti again? No? Okay. Alright, that's fine. Switch, nice. Okay. Alright, let's have some fun then. This is into 200 back. Okay, the problem is the revenge KO. But you know what? YOLO. Let's bosses. Yes, it's the Dust Skull that's the problem. How many candies have they played? You know what? Arguably, could have burned the Dust Skull and then used the Budew, but then, alright, you know what? YOLO. Let's go with Scouting Steam. Cool. Go into Medicham. And let's... cool. I think that's okay. Yep, nice. 160. Is 160 going to do anything for us? I think Crispin there. No. Okay. So it's good. Alright, you know what? We'll just cheat out. So that's fine. So 270 damage. Look at that, taking it down to 50 damage. There is the burn damage, knocking out the Dragapult, taking 2 prize there. Very nice. So now it just comes down to, nice as Crispin there, just comes down to basically whether they get the revenge KO here. if they get Dusk Noir or Dusk Clops. I think even Dusk Clops are good, to be honest. So, let's see. Dragloak, okay. If they don't, I think we've got game. Oh no, I don't think we have. We would need a switching card, basically, so... But, I mean, you know, they've still got 6 prizes. If they get 4 prizes from this, we still have an extra turn. We can set up another Meditite TEF. Okay, interesting. Okay, alright. So, take a knockout on the Budew. That would be great. Then I can use Flip the Script. So... So if we draw a switching card here, if we draw any kind of switching card this game, yeah, because they're doing 200, nice, okay, that's fine, Budew. Nice, probably not a wise idea from their part to put that on Budew. Because that is going to activate my Flip the Script. There we go, Crispin, okay. We'll have to Artazon, just try and deck thin a little bit. Let's see if we can get some, yeah, stick a note on the bench. Nice. Alright. Flip the Script. For game, do we have game? Let's see. We do, nice. Good stuff, great. So let's retreat this. Why not just get rid of the Jet Energy. Stick that Volcanion in the active spot. Let's use Scalding Steam. Take that Dragapult, Surfer back into our Medicham and Chi-Atsu for the win. Look at that. Taking down those big stage 2s with burn damage. So there you go. There is Medicham for you. So good game, good game. So yeah, that is Medicham for you. So we have reviewed a Medicham deck. That was with Poison actually, but I really like this variant, this build of it with Medicham, with Volcanion and Magmortar. So, but yeah, let me know what you think of the deck. I'll put the list in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. As always, let me know what you think of this deck and whether you like it or not and whether you think it's competitive. And yeah, so if you do like this type of content, you can yeah, just hit the subscribe button and like this video, of course. There will be more content coming out related to the Pokemon trading card games, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, guys. That was Medicham EX for you, and see you all in the next one.